She said her skin is looking better. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to the channel. I am Ty Smith. You're watching my channel, Model Renaissance Man, in which I appreciate you guys doing so. Make sure that you're following me on all the platforms that you see above and below. And when you hit this thumbs up button on your screen, it allows my content to consistently be recommended to you. It also keeps my content on your feed as you go through YouTube. Don't forget that if and when you do subscribe to the channel, that you do hit the bell notification in the process, which will bring up another little tab that will allow you to select all notifications. Make sure you do that. Check out my other channel called Man, Husband, Father on YouTube, which I'm scrubbing the old content on there and I'm going to produce new content. It's going to be good. It's back. It's popular demand is what it is. It's what a lot of men were requesting. But ladies, I definitely want you guys over there as well. Okay, guys, I have no idea how this came across, but it caught my attention, and I think it's crazy, disgusting, nasty, and something is really wrong, and folks are really cracked mentally. This is absolutely crazy. I'm not going to waste any time. We getting ready to go right into this stuff. Check this out. OnlyFans star Bonnie Blue claims she broken the world record by sleeping with 1,057 men in 12 hours as she thanks all barely legal, barely breathing husbands. She thanks all barely legal, barely breathing and husbands. That sounds like some pedophile type stuff to me. Anyway, I'm talking about the barely legal. What the heck is that supposed to mean? They're barely legal, like they just turned 18 like 3 days ago. Anyway, OnlyFans star says she set the world record for having sex with the most men in one day, saying she bedded 1,057 in 12 hours. Bonnie Blue, 25 years old. She's like a few, man, that's so, anyway. From Derbyshire, is reported to have topped the tally previously set by adult film actress Lisa Sparks when sleeping with 919 men in 24 hours in 2004. In TikTok footage uploaded after carrying out the stunt in London, a stunt, last Saturday, Bonnie has now issued thanks to all barely legal, barely breathing, and husbands she says were involved. So when she says barely breathing, is she talking about old people? Like she straddled some old men? Like, I'm just, look. Holy Carlitos way, man. This is bizarre, man. She previously faced backlash on social media by claiming to sleep with barely legal 18-year-olds and saying men should cheat on their wives. She also told the making up of $750,000 a month with her online activity, which includes posting X-rated content on OnlyFans. In the new footage, she described her skin was looking better than before after going ahead with the event, while she was also posted on Instagram over 1,000 men in a day. I'm sorry, y'all, when she said, you already know what I'm thinking. She said her skin is looking better. The sex worker said in one of two clips she posted online, "This is what my face looks like after taking 1,000 men less than 12 hours ago." That ain't what your face looks like. Oh, let me stop. She should be made fun of. This is a darn shame. Woo, I can't help it though, y'all. If you know me. And the other clip, she told viewers the big 1,000 was completely done. And this is her. That's her face after, yeah. The room was absolutely full. Then we did groups of 5, like one after another of 5s. One person would watch whilst I was with somebody, and then it would literally just be like a rotating circle like that. Her claims to have had sex with 1,057 men in 12 hours or 720 minutes suggest an average of 41 seconds per person. Her PR was quoted by Sun as saying in a statement, she slept with 1,057 people. As she hit 1,000, there were still 57 left in the queue who Bonnie wanted to pleasure before ending the 12-hour day. Boy. Comments posted in response to her latest TikTok videos include how embarrassing, why would anyone do this, and sad that men would want to do that too, all for fame and money. Last November, she planned to fly to Australia for a free sex marathon with teenage school leavers. In exchange, they had to consent to her posting the content online. How is she not a pedophile? But her 12-month visitor visa was canceled by the country's Department of Home Affairs because she had voiced plans to undertake paid work, illegal under the visa's condition. Blue, who says she used precautions to ensure that young men were aged over 18, had completed a similar marathon sex session stunt in the first weekend of schooly celebrations in Surfers Paradise, Eastern Australia, 2023. Bruh. After her latest Australian plan was rebuffed, she appeared on ITV's This Morning program last November. Y'all, this is troubling. She told the show, "I'm still learning every day, but my content is educational to those that I'm sleeping with and those that are watching it." She is completely cracked. People say it is an unsafe environment, but I can't think of one situation where an 18-year-old has had sex where they had to bring a passport, they had to sign consent forms, they had to do breathalyzer. Oh, I want to make sure you're not drunk while you banging me. Oh, look at you. Aren't you something? Bonnie's real name is Tia Billinger, and she had previously been married to her childhood sweetheart, Oliver Davison. The pair wed in 2022 before moving to Gold Coast in Australia shortly afterwards. It was there that she abandoned her job in recruitment and launched her career as a cam girl on porn sites. She claims her then husband supported her decision. However, the pair have since broken up. She has said of her parents' response to being sent on sex tapes and discovering her new chosen vacation, they were shocked but not disappointed. I think because I'm gone from an office business job to then suddenly becoming a sex worker, in their eyes, I was a prostitute. You are. But it's just showed me how much I needed to teach them. No, you didn't. For the older generation, it's so new. Now they're so supportive. It changed their life completely for the better. They go on lovely holidays. They have no money problems. That's disgusting. That as a parent, I don't care how much money if my sons came and said, "Dad, I'm a sex worker. I'm smashing girls all the time, but I'm getting all this money." You know how pissed off I would be at my sons. Yeah, y'all think I'm joking. Let me tell y'all something here. I ain't got to read no more of this. When the Bible says the love of money is the root of all evil, that is disgusting. My young mentees is watching this. What do I tell y'all with the bag of chips? If y'all don't know what I'm talking about, what I do, because I look at young women as being very precious. Young men are precious too. Don't get me wrong. My young mentees are precious. I look at young women as being very precious, okay? I have my young men. I have them. This is something I learned. I give them all, let's say 10 different guys, 10 young men. I give one some Cheetos, Doritos, plain chips, salt and vinegar, whatever. I give 10 different guys those chips. I show those young girls how this is who they are. I give them a glass of water. And I say, this is y'all purity right here as young women. And those young men, while they got them chips, I tell them chew it, but do everything you can not to swallow. And I hand them that glass. All them young men spit in it as the glass get passed down. And I show my young women, this is exactly what's going to happen to your purity when you go around and you do these things with these men. Ladies and gentlemen, they don't tell you what happens when you do things like this. They do not tell you what happens. That is absolutely disgusting that someone would want to do. This is what happens to folks when you get involved in YouTube and you doing it for the likes and for the money and for the hearts, for the attention, for the clout. You think that you did, yeah, you went down as being one of the most disgusting women in all history is what you going down as. You can try, I broke the record for the most. And I'm just telling y'all right now, I have a hard time believing that dudes is in there, 39, 30, 39, 40, 41. Let me dip off. What about some? Were there any that were there any that was too excited and, explosions happened a little too early? Huh? That is, and for any men that want to go behind other men. Y'all are some sick individuals. Every man that participated in this, you guys are some disgusting, sick, desperate men. I would love not to see what happened in that room. I would just like to see the ones that were lined up to see what they looked like. And she just let all these men see. You know what it is, though? Let's just say she was America. And that's what happened to America. Remember, I use an analogy all the time. America is the biggest whore in the world right now, legs wide open, just letting anyone come inside. And I was referring to that as far as our borders go. Guys, they don't tell you guys, I'm not going to get all into the deepness of this, but they don't tell you the spiritual ramifications come with doing such things like this. You literally are sharing yourself soul time with these guys. You sat there and you guys have something in you called oxytocin. That's a bonding thing. You're going to feel so empty. If any man, and I don't know who you would be, I wouldn't care if this woman ever got her life together, became a Christ follower, the biggest saint, the biggest philanthropist in the world, that her next record that she broke was being the most sanctified Mother Teresa woman in the world. I don't know how any man in his right mind will still want to get with that. But you know what? There are some of you. Well, it doesn't matter, Ty. I bet you would. That is sick, man. Sick. And her skin is just glowing, huh? Anyway, y'all. Man, it's going to be a whole lot of mental things that's going to come with that. I think Candace Owens talked with her. Shout out to my sister, Candace Owens, had talked to her on this matter before when it was 100, man, and she completely broke down that realness came out. But then after that spirit that's operating with her, that's doing this, came and took right back over. And the only reason why that spirit took over to not allow her to do this, the reason why the spirit took over and this girl allowed the spirit to take over, because this girl is in agreement with that spirit to do these things. That is some crazy stuff, guys. What are y'all thoughts on this? Some of y'all be like, hey, she's young. She's like, man, that's crazy. And for the parents, what kind of parents would whore out their daughter all because you getting money now? My telling y'all, God is my witness. Let my sons come and say, Dad, I'm making $2 million a month for banging all these girls. Dad, you don't have to work. I'll say, you are not my goddamn on son. You are not who I raised. You doing this stuff right here all for the sake of money? Is that what I taught you? When I said that the Bible says for the love of money is the root of all evil. Look what you've done. You do not represent me and my family doing something like that. That is sickening. Anyway, y'all, again, let me see it in the comment section what y'all thoughts are on this. Some of y'all might be like, hey, Ty, I would. Y'all nasty. Don't forget to do what y'all see in that cloud right there if you would, please. And if you would like to see the next video that I will be doing in chronological order, it will be up here. Things that I do as a variety right here. I am Ty Smith, modern Renaissance man, hoping and praying that every last one of you have food, shelter, and clothing. Most of all, praying every last one of you guys are in great health, mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually. God bless you all through Jesus.